This show is now beginning. Don't forget to share us and support us via the links and buttons. The thoughts, ideas, and suggestions of any guest appearances is in no way directly endorsed by the Ahn Shin-Ae Show, PenaVega Entertainment Group, and or the Democratic Republic of Ahn. Listeners' discretion is advised.
I'm a beast, they be calling me a beast, leaving bodies in the streets, I'ma say my piece, you don't want it with the beast, what you saying, I'm a beast, they be calling me a beast, leaving bodies on the streets, I'ma say my piece, you don't want it with the beast, what you saying, I'm a beast, they be calling me a beast, leaving bodies on the streets, I'ma say my piece, you don't want it with the beast, what you saying, I'm a beast, they be calling me a beast, calling me the chief, calling for the names of the deceased, watch them call their men to battle as they roll up their sleeves, and I end their lives so easy like control or delete, I'm no monster of the week, you can't beat me, all I have is villages destroyed up on my CV, I be going primal on these bitches like it's BC, I'm a different breed now, I'm a different species, I'm a different kind of animal, I'm irrational, I'm revolting, all collateral, spitting flammable like a Vulpix, international, they fanatical about this old king, read the manual, so sit down and do what you're told, bitch, big body kaiju, they can't do what I do. Screaming at the night like they be bad at writing haikus. Look at what this 9 do. Beat you, bombs, sending blasts like I'm Ryu. Fuck it, I just bite you. Limb for limb, I rip through skin like acid. Twisted grin, I'm big as shit, Jurassic. Finish him, the image is so graphic. Roldo, how they know this fox is fantastic. Massive, how I use my instruments so native. Rabid, trapped inside a body full of hatred. Savage, scared of why they lock me up in cages. Demon fox energy, they know they can't contain it. The greatest, look at my figures, so stick around. Leave them driven out, trucker just bigger, come bring me down. When they spit for clout, they up on Twitter like Mickey Mouse. Leave them in the ground, ninjas be overrated like in and out. And now that they be blinded, they in a crisis. I waste no gas like I'm a hybrid, they simple-minded. The way I rearrange the climate, I spit in seismic. A Boruto was never canon, so I never died, bitch. I'm shipping deaths like it's tectonic. They talking shit but don't bet on it. Pray to your kin and your dead prophets. Put the paper in my past like a red comic. Cause tsunamis, they all hate me at the Met office. They all want my power but afraid of what they'll get from it. You were never backing me, so why you trying to flex off it? I may be a monster but at least the shit I said's honest.
Beast, they be calling me a beast. Beast, leaving bodies in the streets. I must say my piece, you don't want it with the beast. What you saying, what you saying, what you saying?
I'm a beast, beast, they be calling me a beast. Beast, leaving bodies on the streets. I'ma say my piece, you don't want it with the beast. What you saying, what you saying, what you saying? I'm a beast, beast, they be calling me a beast. Beast, leaving bodies on the streets. I'ma say my piece, you don't want it with the beast. What you saying, what you saying, what you saying? I'm a beast.
Ice cold drip, but you know that I got it. Blindfold swag, yeah, the shit is iconic. Red and blue flick, turn it straight into a comment. I promise, yeah. Curse my name, disappear ironic. Infinite mind, get high, no chronic. Red and blue flick, turn it straight into a comment. I promise, okay, yeah.
If I let this technique go, wipe your spot off the GPS. Who the fuck gon' see me next? Ain't no soul could beat me yet. Top tier, even fast, scared of my DPS. Man, fuck bleeding, you just fucking stop breathing. Rage, I'm Steven, I just don't let them see it. She gon' put it in reverse like I curse technique did. And this blindfold swag, Nick Flurry, I'm freezing. And my blindfold swag so real, but I'm seeing. I say I'm a MC Hammer if you try to fucking reach him. I got little homies like UG, they just really fucking demons. And my domain so insane, this ain't one you wanna be in. I can see ×3, what that mean? You ain't shit. I might send my students cause you lose it if you fade the real me. In fact, shit is stacked, I know you can never kill me. First episode, had them plotting trying to steal me. So when I pull your card, they gon' get hard to deal with.
Ice cold drip, but you know that I got it. Blindfold swag, yeah, the shit is iconic. Red and blue flick, turn it straight into a comment. I promise, yeah. Curse my name, disappear ironic. Infinite mind, get high, no chronic. Red and blue flick, turn it straight into a comment. I promise, yeah. Drip like lightning, I know I'm the shithole. My infinite domain got you floating in limbo. You're fucking with the god, try to keep with the tempos. Purple haze smoke when I'm letting the wrist go. I ain't so great, let it loose, you'll regret it. Yeah. Cursed blood always at my neck, give me credit. Monkey blade cut you down, if it breathes and I let it. Fuck a curse technique, yeah. I want it, I'ma get it. Been the shit, total clap, hitting off with a switch. Bounty on my head, so you know I keep a list, yeah. So much drip, got your girl on my dick. I don't miss, never gave a fuck about authority. Everybody in this bitch is boring me. Most of you just sit in the majority. Killing shit is always the priority. Ice cold drip, but you know that I got it. Blindfold swag, yeah, the shit is iconic. Red and blue flick, turn it straight into a comment. I promise, yeah. Curse my name, disappear. running. Infinite mind, get high, no chronic. Red and blue flick, turn it straight into a comment. I promise, yeah. Ice cold drip, but you know that I got it. Blindfold swag, yeah, the shit is iconic. Red and blue flick, turn it straight into a comment. I promise, yeah. Curse my name, disappear, ironic. Infinite mind, get high, no chronic. Red and blue flick, turn it straight into a comment. I promise, yeah.
Alright, now, as the title suggests, I am going to read a manifesto written by this little pissant. Now here's the thing, I know this person is dead, I'm aware they've been dead for a little while, but given the fact that I recently watched a coffee house crime video about this on stream, I figure I might as well read I'm gonna read the ramblings of the inane lunatic covered in that fucking episode. Because honestly, I think it would be interesting just to have like a commentary as well as like a little glimpse into the mind of someone who's so psychologically fucked up that they did what they did, and seemingly did it for no real justifiable reason. Now the reason I'm not going to show my screen reading that shit is because I don't know what's actually said in it, and I don't want to have like a bunch of bullshit on my screen that's going to sound really, really fucked up if people look at it and say, well, look at this person doing. Okay, let's read this shit. I love how you're like fucking. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna fucking do it. I'm just gonna put it on screen. There we are. Why is this like written like a fucking English paper? My Twisted World, the story of Elliot Roderick, by Elliot Roderick. Well, no, who was it gonna be by? Fucking hell. Introduction. Humanity. All of my suffering on this world has been at the hands of humanity, particularly women. No, your suffering has more or less been at your own hands because you yourself condemned yourself to this lifestyle that you lived before you died. By acting like everyone in the world is obligated to approach you and give you whatever you request of them, because you had an incredibly wealthy father. I genuinely feel bad for his father and for his family, because they have to live with the notion that their stepbrother and son and stepson was a fucking lunatic, and they have to live with the fact that the legacy that he has left for them to live in is not a legacy of success, it's a legacy stained by mindless bullshit homicides caused by a whiny, insecure little turd. Honestly, Swain, I wouldn't be surprised if it jerks off to the thought of being Elliot Rodger's best friend in hell. Provided there is such a place. Let's see here. It has made me realize just how brutal and twisted humanity is as a species. Okay, so let me get this straight. Rape, child molestation, genocide, incest, like war crimes. These things didn't make you realize that humanity has some really fucked up people in it. No. You're not getting laid. That is the biggest crime that the world has ever seen. I'm so glad you're fucking dead. Seriously. I'm glad you're fucking dead. If he wasn't dead, I'd want him to be dead. Because really, this is the kind of shit it's like, yeah, I don't have any sympathy for you. You're 18 years old, 20 years old, and you're writing this shit like a whiny little fucking pissant that found out he wasn't getting an Xbox for Christmas. Fuck off. All I ever wanted was to fit in and live a happy life amongst humanity. And you could have done that, but instead you did what you did. But was cast out and rejected, forced to endure an existence of loneliness and insignificance, all because the females of the human species were incapable of seeing the value in me. Well, here's the thing. A person's allowed to have preferences, and you don't have the right to, like, force your beliefs or force your bullshit on other people. like, just the way that he's saying this makes me not give two fucks about him already, because it's like, well, this and this and that, this is why life is so bad. Like, no, it's bad because you're a dick. This is the story of how I, Elliot Radner, came to be. This is the story of my entire life. It's a dark story of sadness, anger, and hatred. It is a, why not just say it's? You could have cut down that. It's a story of a war against cruel injustice. In this magnificent story, I will disclose every single detail about my life, every single significant experience that I have pulled from my superior memory, as well as how those experiences have shaped my views of the world. This tragedy did not have to happen. I didn't want things to turn out this way, but humanity forced my hand, and this story will explain why. My life didn't start out dark and twisted. It started out as a happy and blissful child, living my life to the fullest in a world I thought was good and pure. It started to sound like a certain fish we all knew. Seriously, this is starting to sound like you know who. This fucking bullshit is starting to sound like a certain psycho we all dealt with, because it's basically saying, I thought the world was good and beautiful and perfect, and then people sent things to me. Fucking die. Oh wait, you're already dead. That's really what it would be. That's really what all this shit is, usually. Swaying like it's... always some asshole taking their problems and insecurities out in the world because they don't know how to deal with their problems like an adult. Part 1. A blissful beginning. Ages 0 through 5. How can you be age 0 if you don't even fucking exist? On the morning of July 24th, 1991, in a London hospital I was born. I breathed in the first breath of life as I entered this world. Weighing only 5.4 pounds, my parents must have been filled with happiness and pride that day. They had just witnessed the birth of their first child and named me Elliot Oliver Robertson Roger. God damn, why do you need 2 fucking last names? I was born to young parents. My father, Peter Roger, was only 26 when he impregnated my mother, Chin, who was 30. Okay, so he married up. Peter is a British descent hailing from the prestigious Roger family, a family that was once part of the wealthy upper class before they lost all their fortune during the Great Depression. My father's father, okay, so your grandfather, George Roger, was a renowned photojournalist who had taken very famous photographs during the Second World War, though he failed to reacquire the family's lost fortune. My mother is of Chinese descent. She was born in Malaysia and moved to England at a young age to work as a nurse in several film sets, where she became friends with very important individuals in the film industry, including George Lucas and Steven Spielberg. She even dated Lucas for a short time. My mother and father had married a couple of years before my mother became pregnant with me. In fact, her pregnancy was an accident. She had been taking pills to prevent pregnancy, but when she visited my father on one of his film sets, she'd fell ill, and the medication she took for that illness thwarted the effect of the anti-pregnancy pills. And so their lovemaking during this period resulted in my life. Only a couple months after my birth, I went on my first vacation. My parents took me to a boat to France. I was already a traveler. Yeah, I was already a traveler! Who gives a fuck? You were a baby. It's not like you were even consciously aware of where you were going. That's like saying, I was a sperm once, so that means I'm an Olympic swimmer. Fuck off and die. Oh wait, you're already dead. Of course, I have no memories of this trip. Then why fucking talk about it? My mother said that I cried a lot. Well, of course, a newborn is going to cry. Even a 2-month-old is going to cry, for fuck's sake. God damn, this shit loads slower than fucking GeoCities. There you go. At the time I was born, my mother and father were living in a house in London, but shortly after my birth, they decided to move to the countryside. We moved to a large house made of red brick, in the county of Sussex, with vast grass fields surrounding it. The house even had a name, the old rectory. This was where I spent my early childhood. This was where God, this fucking writing. Couldn't just quote it, no. This is where I spent my early childhood, the first 5 years of my life. And it was beautiful. The memories I have in that period are the only memories of happiness and bliss. Fuck, my mother... God damn, it's easy to lose my place in this shit because the motherfucker didn't bother to actually punctuate shit. My father was a professional photographer at the time, just in the stage of becoming a director. My mother gave up her nursing career to stay at home and look after me. My grandmother, on my mother's side, who I called Amma, moved in with us to help out my mother. Like, honestly, this is actually painful to read because instead of spacing this shit out, he's like squished it all together. I spent a lot of time with Amma during these years. This was a time of discovery, excitement, and fun. I had just entered this new world, and I knew nothing of the pain that it would bring me later on. Ah, you whiny bitch. I enjoyed life with innocent bliss. I can remember playing in the fields and going on long walks with Amma to pick berries. She would always warn me not to touch a stinging needle that sometimes grew in our fields. But my curiosity got the better of me, and I got stung a few times. There was a swing back and forth in the backyard. I love how, again, this is just bad writing. There was a swing in the backyard, which I had many good times on. Couldn't have just said where I played frequently, but you know. My first birthday I remember was my third. My parents threw a party for me in our field. I had a helicopter birthday cake. I can remember one of my friends cutting out the first piece and giving it to my friend. I threw a tantrum because I was expecting to get the first piece. It was my birthday after all. My father bought me a toy tractor and could ride around it and play with it all the time after that. It doesn't help the fact that my sleep practicing. Sometimes on my third birthday we all went on vacation to Malaysia, our mother's home country. I have only flashes of memory of that vacation. I enjoyed it very much. We visited a few of my mother's relatives. For preschool, I was enrolled in Dorset House, an upscale all-boys private school in the countryside near where we lived. I was forced to wear a uniform, which I hated because I had to wear uncomfortable socks up to my knees. I was very nervous and cried on my first day there. I can remember two friends I made by the name George and David. I would always play with the sandpit with them. Let's see, I didn't like school at Dorset House very much. I found the rules to be too strict. At least my least favorite part of it was when I had football sessions. I never understood the game. and could never keep up with the other boys in the field, so I always stood at my goalkeeper and pretended to be the second goalkeeper. My favorite part was playing in the woods after lunch. There was a particular climbing structure that we had a lot of fun with. My preschool class once went on a field trip to the park where we had a misfortune of getting lost. As my class was eating lunch, I ventured off to another area of the park. When I returned, my class had moved on. I remember panicking and asking strangers for help. It was a terrifying experience for me. I was eventually led to my class by the strangers I talked to. I remember one funny incident where we were taking school pictures and they forced us to sit cross-legged, which I hated doing, so I absolutely refused to sit that way for the picture. The teachers eventually conceded, and the picture I was taking was me being the only one sitting differently. The holiday season was the best part for me. It must have been very cold in England, but I don't remember the cold. I just remember how much fun I had when I was filled with joy and it started snowing outside. I loved playing in the snow. My father helped out build a snowman once. We would start with the snowball, then roll it around until it formed a body. Then we would decorate it. During Christmas, my parents had always had parties and gatherings. My father's best friend, Christopher Bess, and who was my godfather, came to our house frequently. We would often go to my father's parents' house in Smarton, Kent, I would call my grandmother on my father's side Grandma Jinx. My memories of my grandfather, George Roger, are faint. He had fallen very ill at this period. My father's brother, Uncle Johnny, had a son 1 year younger than me, who was called George, after my grandfather. I always played games with cousin George and Grandma Jinx's. The two of us got along well. On New Year's Eve, our neighbors once set up a bonfire party and held next door to the house. I was fascinated with how big the fire was. I'd never seen anything like it and it astounded my little mind. This was also the first time I saw fireworks. My father gave me one of those sparklers with which I was entrapped by. Like, the weird part is when you see this, like, when you read this at first, if you look at the moments of his youth, you think this is just a normal person who could have maybe even been changed if someone had actually talked to him. Exactly, like, he only calls it twisted because he didn't get any. I mean, he probably could have had a relationship if he actually cared enough about his mental health to actually seek help for his problems and maybe talk to someone about them. Things might have been turned around if he actually got out of his shell enough to actually talk to people and maybe see what could have been done to repair what was going on with him. But that's the problem, like, a lot of the times a person's lack of action can actually lead to more consequences than action. Enraptured by, okay. There was one very special place that my father would often take me to. It was the top of a range of beautiful rolling hills that I termed the London Hills, because I thought that London was the only other side of them. We got to fly kites. I can remember those experiences vividly. The hills were full of tall straw-like grass, and the weather was always windy, perfect for kite flying. It was a time of utmost happiness and joy for me. My father taught me to fly a kite by myself. The wind was so strong that I feared it would lift up my frail little body and carry me into the clouds. Once I got the hang of it, it was exhilarating. We would only fly our kites together and run in the wind. I will never forget that place. My favorite childhood film was The Land Before Time. I used to watch the movie all the time with Amma. It was about a baby dinosaur named Littlefoot who had just lost his mother and was journeying through a dangerous world to find the Great Valley, a land of prosperity and peace. I remember the emotions of utter sadness I felt during the scene where his mother died, and the triumph and happy emotions that swept over me when he finally discovered the Great Valley after going through all the hardships to get there. I watched the movie so many times that I was thinking about that it brings emotions back. It was a big part of my childhood. I enjoyed the movie as a small child myself, but when I really thought about it, it's come to think about it, all things considered, they wouldn't have made it. Like, the environment would be too inhospitable for them to have made it, because the Packies almost stepped on them a couple times and crushed them when they were banging their heads together. And realistically speaking, the Tyrannosaur probably would have smelled and detected them a lot sooner than the rock landing on its head. They basically just crushed its head and drowned it with a rock. They kind of danced around that, but they killed that T-Rex. Well, Ronnie did right during the school with a shooting, and it's possible it's going to take after Elliot Roger. Honestly, I hope he doesn't, because honestly, all that's going to happen is other people are going to suffer. And even if he decides to go out like Roger did and blow his head off, or proceed to get anally raped in prison, that's not going to change the fact that other people might get taken out by his little psychotic episode. Already a world traveler, I went on a trip to Spain with my parents and my parents' friends, Patrick.
We will now take an quick intermission. Enjoy our break content presented by PenaVega Entertainment Group International and Ahn today.
What's your name?
I'm Shin-Ae.
Shin-Ae.
Shin-Ae, Chinni.
Okay.
But that videos, I think they call me Ginny.
Ginny, yeah.
Or someone call me Johnny.
I think someone called you Jimmy.
And Jimmy also.
What do you have to tell to those people who called you Jimmy?
Well, I don't want to be rude, but shut the fuck
up. Is that your real name?
Well, not, but
that's the name you go by.
I don't want to say it.
Okay, that's fine, that's fine. You don't have to, don't worry.
My mom, actually, she called me Tom.
Okay.
T-U-M.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Shin-Ae, how old are you?
I'm 22.
And have you spent...
21. Become 22, so...
You're becoming 22. When's your birthday?
June 20.
So soon.
2000.
It's coming soon.
Soon. So soon.
Just a couple of months away. And have you spent all of those 21 years here in Bangkok, or where are you from originally?
I'm from Isan, from Nakhon Ratchasima, but most of people, like, they call Korat. Have you heard that?
I haven't heard of Kora. I've only heard of Isan. I heard of Isan because the most beautiful Thai women come from Isan.
Exactly.
Is it true?
It's true.
Perfect. Okay. And when did you move to Bangkok?
4 years ago. Yeah, I moved here because, like, I have to work here. Like, I am makeup artist and hairstylist, and, like, I moved here to work with some of my friends, and yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, I did want to say, your makeup is unbelievable.
Thank you.
You have so much skill, right? Like, you must have put so much work
From
and
ghost
time.
become beautiful bitch, you know.
You go from beautiful to bitch?
Yeah.
Really? Now you do makeup stuff still, or no?
Yeah, I still do.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's like, is that your job, or you just do it on the side?
But in COVID, it's like not that
Nothing.
good. So.
Yeah. You mentioned a little bit earlier, you've traveled a lot. Where have you been?
Only like 5 or 6 countries.
That's a lot.
Like my first travel is like Bali. My second is like Singapore, Dubai, and Abu Dhabi. So Singapore, Hong Kong, Abu Dhabi, and Dubai. Yeah. My last country I traveled, so Dubai.
The last place you went was Dubai?
Yeah.
Why'd you go there?
Well, I'm going to see my daddy.
Your daddy?
Yeah.
Your real daddy?
My
sugar daddy?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. When was that trip? How long ago?
1 year ago.
1 year ago.
So, yeah.
Are you still with your sugar daddy?
No, I don't talk with him anymore.
What happened?
Because he have wife and kid.
You don't like to be with a man that has another relationship?
Well, I can be a secret, but for me it's not good to be something like that. You know, like to be a secret and they have a kid and they have,
True.
So it's not cool, you know.
Yeah, it's tough sometimes, right?
If I gonna be, I will be number one, the real wife, and get married.
Wow. So you want to get married one day?
Someday, but I don't know. Right now, I'm forgetting to working and spend my time with this world.
Yeah.
I want to see more. I want to learn more. I want to see this world, you know. Like, I'm not going to cut my life to have, like, family, to have,
You're still very young.
I'm still young, but I have all mine.
Abu Dhabi was the last place you traveled.
Yeah, I'm going to Abu Dhabi with...
You're going again?
Yeah.
When's that?
2 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to Formula 1.
The F1 race?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Are you excited about that?
Well, it's not my thing. I just going there and like watching, but nothing excited.
Yeah.
Only one thing excited is just look a man.
Did you travel because you had another daddy over there, or?
Yeah, just all around the world.
So why do you have so many daddies in Abu Dhabi?
Why not?
Okay. Yeah, why? True. I wish I had a daddy.
I don't have only one daddy.
Gotcha. So how many daddies can you have at one time?
10 something. Yeah.
Okay. The maximum is 10.
So money come from different way.
Okay. Very good. That's awesome. I wish I could have 10 sugar daddies.
Yeah.
It would be nice.
Maybe you can have like sugar mommy.
How do I get a sugar mommy? It's tough, right?
Why not?
I don't
Just
know.
try real hard.
How do I find rich women?
Mostly-
Are there rich women in Thailand?
I don't think so.
No, I gotta go somewhere else.
I think yes, but maybe like she's not woman.
What do you mean?
Ew.
What do you mean?
Like trans woman.
Oh, she's
who
trans?
Who looking for like the man who take care.
So you think that I can find a rich trans woman?
Sugar mommy.
Ooh, I like the sound of that. How much money do you make in a month from all your ventures?
The most is like maybe 2 million, 3 million Thai baht
3 million Thai baht.
per month.
$100,000 in
Why
one
not?
month? Oh, what? Oh my! Can you be my sugar mommy? That's so much money.
Yeah.
What do you do with all that money?
Well, I built a house in my hometown.
Ah, back in Isan.
Family, yeah.
Really? $88,000.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, that's awesome. Are you proud?
Isan lady.
Proud Isan lady,
Yeah.
beautiful, making a lot of money, skilled.
Yeah.
Wow, man, you have so much stuff that you're gonna do with your life, right? So you're trans.
Yes, I am trans. Most of people call in Thailand. I mostly hear people call like, "Are you lady boys?" Or, I mean, it's not bad to call that, but some people like, "Oh, lady boy, lady boy." Yeah, I know. You're a man, right? Or you're a girl?
Does that make you mad when people ask you that?
I don't mad like, "Oh, are you lady boy, right?" I say yes. Oh, how big is it?
That's,
Or like, oh, you cut, or I mean like, okay, if you don't like, that's fine, but don't be rude, you know?
yeah, no, I agree 100%. I really appreciate Thailand because in Thailand, it seems like people are more open
Right.
to this type of thing. I'm from America, and transgender, it's tough.
In there, I don't know what people call trans or shemale or
Yeah, I think transgender. But here, I feel like most Thais are more accepting. Do you think so or no?
here, yeah, more. I think more open. Like in Thai, most of Thai people they don't bullying, you know. They're not just. But some country like, oh, they judge you like, you're not a real woman. Why you dress like that? Like I have one story. In Dubai, I going to one club and like I dress like a woman, like just normal woman. So I'm going to the toilet, and one girl who worked there, they say, "Excuse me, can I see your passport, ma'am? Are you male or female, something like that?" And I say like, "What's the problem?" And, yeah.
So when you were trying to enter into a club, they had to make sure.
They have to make sure they don't let trans people or bisexual use the toilet because like, yeah.
Okay. Interesting. I didn't know. I knew that it was very conservative there, but
Yeah, very bad. Like sometimes the police come to cross us. Like we just walk in the shopping mall, you know. But fuck it.
when did you know that you were a transgender or ladyboy?
Well, I'm at first, right? Like I just born like a young man, you know, like a little man. But what I feel is just like I feel excited when I see the man, or I like to playing Barbie. I can play with a man, but when I play with a girl, I look at the girl as like girlfriend, like not like interesting in her, just like friend, you know. But when I see the man, I feel like, oh my god, why I feel a little bit like excited and feel like shy, you know. So I don't remember when, but I always feel like that.
So ever since you can remember?
Right.
Really? Okay.
So I think like my mom, she want the girls, but I have brothers, so yeah.
How does your family feel about?
They're proud of me because I prove it. Like what I'm doing now or what I have, I don't have to asking my money from my family.
You can build them a
stay by
house.
myself. I built a house. Exactly.
Here in Thailand, the culture for trans or ladyboys,
Yeah.
a lot of them are super flamboyant.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they're really loud and, you know, they have a lot of attitude.
Yeah.
Do you feel that's true?
It's true. I mean, not only trans, like everyone can be. Like the man, they're also like loud, you know. When we have fun, we like to be like, oh, this is freedom. This is like, yeah, this is fun, you know. Like, this is like, they can do whatever they want. So, I think it's true.
True? And do you like that? Do you think you're like that?
I did. I mean, when I'm with my friend, I would like to do like, be myself or talking like a nerd, you know. But when I see the man, I'm like, how are you?
Oh, you're a little toned down when you want to flirt.
Yeah.
Is that right? Okay. When you're with your friends, you're kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But if you see someone you like,
If I see someone I like, I just calm down. And, like,
is that because you get nervous?
Because, like, the man, you know, like, oh, why your voice so deep? And I say, so what? I'm from Europe.
Okay. You mentioned it earlier. One of the first things that people ask you, do you have, or how big is it? Or are you
Like,
cut, right?
Or maybe I said bigger than you. Why not?
I'll follow up on that then. I know that a lot of ladyboys here in Thailand, they
Yeah.
want to get an operation, a complete sex change, and that's very popular here.
Right.
Is that something that you would like to pursue or no?
I mean, before I'm thinking about it. But I enjoy this, you know. Most of people like it. But, I mean, the trans people who like to cut because they want to be a real woman. They don't feel, for me, I'm proud to be transgender. I'm proud to be like this. Beautiful but happy, you know. But, yeah.
Do you think they feel ashamed that they have maybe a penis or?
Well, most of my friends who do that, they have problems.
What do you mean?
Like, maybe because you cut the ball, right? So your hormone not working anymore and your brain not working anymore. Like not working the same. When you have hormone, you still feel like, you know. But when you cut, your body shake, no making hormone anymore, and you have to take hormone pill forever in your life. You know?
Yeah.
So more stuff to do and like very complicated.
Very difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah. You are way better than I ever thought you would be on camera, so like you're slaying it. Do you see yourself living in Thailand for the rest of your life? Is this where you want to be?
No, I see myself in Europe or America, maybe New York, maybe somewhere, maybe in Hawaii, or maybe in like London. Depends. If I got visa, I'm not gonna stay in Thailand.
You're going to have to marry an American.
Well, you will marry me?
We can talk about it. I don't think I'm what you want, though. I'm not rich enough.
Yeah.
I don't have enough money. So do you prefer to date foreigners? Or do you date Thai at all, or no?
Before I date Thai, but
Yeah.
when I start to know foreigner, they more nice.
So you prefer foreigner now?
I prefer foreigner.
Any specific type of foreigner, or like do you
Never.
like Americans?
I don't like Thai anymore. I like all because I can see all the foreigners have different face, have different style, or different hair color, or brown eye or blue eye. You know, it's beautiful. Yeah.
So you think that Thai men just kind of all look the
Thai
same?
men Thai men don't judge us, but Thai men still like feel shy to going out to hang out with trans, and like if their family know what they're gonna do, you know. But foreigner, they don't care. They're like, this is my space, and like I can have like transgender girlfriend, and I'm proud of her. You know, I love that. That's how I like foreigners.
Okay.
Yeah.
As far as being in a relationship goes, maybe there's more openness somewhere else.
Yeah.
But just in general, in Thailand, I feel that accepting transgender as a person.
Right.
It's more applicable here. Do you always wear pink? Because I feel like every time I see you, you have pink. Is that your favorite color?
No, yeah, I like pink because my birthday is like Tuesday, right? So, pink Tuesday.
Gotcha.
So, it's my lucky color.
Okay.
And make very attention.
Gotcha. Okay, Chinny, you have been amazing. Like I said, you're beautiful, very talented, well-spoken.
Yeah.
I think we should wrap this up. So, do you have anything you want to say to everyone who might watch this video? Anything.
Thanks for you guys to like, to share my video, to comment, and like, or everything. I'm very appreciate, and I understand. And I am trans, so I hope you guys understand who I am and what I am. So, love you guys to comments and like and everything.
This intermission has now ended. Enjoy the rest of the show.
And Lupe. It was the fourth country I had been to at such a young age. We stayed at an exquisite castle house, which I believe was owned by a friend of ours. The house had a tower that was I was extremely cautious about it. At one point, my parents had their hands, and their friends ventured up to the top, but they made me stay below because I was too young. I was sorely disappointed. As they were climbing the tower, I went outside to look at the cacti surrounding the house. These cacti sparked me with curiosity, and I foolishly decided to touch a cactus. I ended up getting cactus needles all over my hand, and it took a long time for my mother to remove them. I love how he brags about traveling when he didn't travel by himself. Like, this was not something he did all on his own or with a spouse or a partner. This is something that his parents just took him along. And what were they going to do? Leave him at home with his grandmother indefinitely until they came back? Shortly after my trip to Spain, we went to another trip to Greece. I stayed in a hotel near the beach. It was very hot there. The weather was new to me, as I was used to the cold British climate. The trip to Greece was significant because during this time my father received news of the death of my grandfather, George. He died of natural causes on my 4th birthday at age 87. It was the very first experience I had of death of a close relative. The first time I saw my father cry. My 4-year-old self could not imagine my father crying, and so when I saw him cry, I knew how shaken he was. It was a very sad day for all of us. We immediately flew home. I believe it was during my time of 4th birthday when my father came to the decision to eventually move to the United States, as he was becoming a director. He believed Los Angeles would offer more opportunities, which it usually would. We took a short trip to California to gain the initial look at it. I don't remember much about the trip, but I do remember having a good time. At the age of 4, Elliot Roger had already been to 6 different countries. Who can claim that, eh? The United Kingdom, France, Spain, Greece, Malaysia, and the United States. It sounds like a certain fish we all knew when you start sucking your dick about circumstances that were beyond your control. Seriously, like, why is he sucking his own dick? Like, the situation was entirely out of his fucking control. It wasn't like he could live in the UK by himself at 4. I mean, the whole thing is just stupid as hell to me because that just sounds like, well, I understand why what I'm doing is fucking stupid to everyone else. I mean, he's bragging about something that his parents did that he had literally no hand in. Why? That is literally the mindset of a fucking idiot. It was also during this time my mother became pregnant again. I was going to have a sibling. My parents decided to have another baby, this pregnancy being planned so that I have a sibling to grow up with. We later discovered it was going to be a girl. Before my 5th birthday, my mother went into labor to deliver the baby. I can't remember the night vividly. I was very ill that night, a bad omen. I stayed home with Amma while my mother and father were at the hospital, and we watched movies together. I was fraught with anticipation the whole time, and then my parents came home late that night, and with them brought a little black-haired baby, wrapped in a bundle. I had a baby sister, and they named her Georgia. Most likely I'd have to say a memory of his great-grandfather, just like his cousin's first name. I have no memories of what happened on my 5th birthday. Shortly after, we were making plans to permanently move to the United States. The news excited me, but I was sad at the prospect of leaving my life in England behind. My father took a short trip to the U.S. by himself to scout for houses. I remember talking on the phone with him while he was there. He told me about a very nice house for us to move to. I asked him about swimming pool, and he said that it did. This news made me very happy. Then the time came. Again, you don't start a sentence with the word "and." If you're going to write some crazy bullshit, the least you can do is actually bother to pay attention to the grammar and punctuation rules set aside by literary standards. Dead or not, this is inexcusable. We started packing up everything at the old rectory. And last day at the Dowsett House School, my teacher was giving us all candles while my mother came to pick us up. Said goodbye to all my friends. I said goodbye to all my friends I had there. That was the last time I saw them. My father was given an offer to buy the old rectory for about £400,000. We were only renting at the time, but he declined. The decision he would regret later, as it would have been a worthy investment. I cried as we drove away from the old rectory. All the experiences that I had there, playing in the fields, driving my toy tractor, tending my garden, going on walks with Amma, singing and swinging, all those experiences were gone. I was about to start a new life. We boarded the plane and took off to America. Because 3 a.m., he's a whiny little pissant, and he thinks that doing screwed up shit like that's gonna give him the attention Mommy and Daddy are bothering him. Mommy and Daddy don't pay attention to me, so I gotta do something screwed up to get their attention. If your parents don't pay attention to you, it's not because you didn't threaten to school, it's just because they don't give a shit. Growing up in America, ages 5 to 9. The plane ride was like a dimension between worlds. A dimension is a world. I was about to enter a whole new world, a whole new life, but none of that went through my little 5-year-old head at the time. I slept for most of the journey there, and I can remember looking out of the window in the vast stretch of clouds below us. I wondered what it'd be like going down there to run along them as if they were a landmass, not thinking about the fact I would fall through right away. I would fall right through. Wangagilling! We arrived in America. I was very tired. We collected our luggage and loaded them into a new SUV that my father rented. The images of driving to the airport were still fresh in my mind. I often think it's my first step into my new life in the U.S. I was so sleepy when we reached our new house that I didn't even bother to look around yet. The house was partially furnished, and we'd already had a sofa, television, and the first thing we did was watch a movie. The movie was Independence Day, and I fell asleep at some parts, but I managed to watch most of the movie. In the morning, I was full of energy. I eagerly clambered up the stairs to search my new room. I looked around all the rooms before seeing out the one that I wanted was mine. I told my mother about my decision and picked up my mentor sister George's room. I got a bit upset. But eventually settled for the room next to it. Okay, so he wanted a room, his sister was going to get the room instead. Let's see, the house was quite big with white walls and a beautiful backyard. It led to a gated swimming pool area. It was located in the upscale part of Woodland Hills. The town Woodland Hills has great significance in my life. It would be the town I grew up in. A large portion of my life experiences, good and bad, would take place in this town. I can recall the first time I said the name on my lips. Woodland Hills, my new hometown. Now I understand that this would be like a landmark for someone moving into a whole new place after being in an entire different country for so far the majority of their life. But he's acting like he's saying some sort of forbidden accolade. Like, it could just be part of my condition that I'm kind of detached from that level of excitement about relocating, but that could just be me. I don't know. That could just be me. Soon after settling into our lovely new home, we were disturbed by a problem typical of California, an earthquake. My mother woke up in the middle of the night and we all hid under the kitchen table. The earthquake actually turned out to be very small, with even smaller aftershocks following it, but I was still scared, having never experienced an earthquake before. The only impression I had of earthquakes is that they were huge and land-rupturing earthquakes I saw in Land Before Time. This experience, I began to see earthquakes as a common minor disturbances. Like, saying earthquakes twice in the same sentence makes me want to headbutt the shit out of them. And there I was young. Was a young 5-year-old boy who has lived a happy, joyful life so far, about to embark on a new journey, the journey of growing up in the United States of America. I felt a surge of enthusiasm at the prospect. I now considered myself an American kid, as I told my parents. I got accustomed to all the American TV shows and started to adopt an American accent. I was looking forward to my new life. Soon enough, I was enrolled in school. My father did some extensive school searching after our arrival and found a small private school on Shoup Avenue named Pinecrest. I was 2 in kindergarten there, Pinecrest. My 5-year-old self, at the name, now imagined how significant this place will eventually become for me. A great turning point for my life will eventually take place here. A tragic turn for the worse. But that will come later, in darker chapter of my story, when I enter my preteen years. For now, I was a kindergartner who was enjoying life to the fullest. Kindergarten at Pinecrest didn't turn out so well. I had a very unpleasant teacher who was impatient with how far behind I was in my schoolwork, as I had missed a couple of months of school due to the move. During playtime, this teacher would keep me in the classroom to do extra work in order to catch up. My parents didn't like teacher, and one of their friends recommended another school for me, a private school, nearby farm school. It was named after the farm that it was attached to. After only a couple of weeks at Pinecrest, my parents took me out of it, and I would not return again until I go there for middle school 6 years later. Okay, so he was 11 when he entered middle school. Most people enter middle school like 12. My first day at farm school turned out to be a good start. I had 2 teachers, and they made an effort to introduce me to the other kids. There was also one particular boy named Joey who they had assigned to show me around. He was nice to me at first, but would soon turn out to be a rotten little prick who I would always get into fights with. He then became my greatest enemy at school. Well, I wonder why that is because you were always there's no fucking way it was just like a flip of the switch. Am I saying it's completely impossible? No, but I'm not gonna say it's just, there's no way it's that simple. First friend I made in the United States was a girl called Maddie Humphreys. Isn't that ironic? The first friend I made in the United States was a girl. She was the very first female friend I'd ever had, and she would be the last. Maddie and I started playing together at farm school. Eventually, my parents became very good friends with her parents. Maddie's father was a famous British musician, Paul Humphreys, and her mother's name was Maureen, though I would call her Mo. They had a nice house in Hidden Hills. Our families got together often to have barbecues and dinners. I was a 5-year-old boy playing with a girl my own age, like any normal boy would, enjoying life in a world that I loved. I was happy and completely oblivious to the fact that my future on this world would only turn into darkness and misery because of girls. No, it turned into darkness and misery because of you. Because you took all of your personal problems out on other people instead of trying to invest in getting better. Oh yeah, he's dead. Keep forgetting he's dead for a minute. This girl was my friend. Maddie Humphreys would even eventually come to represent everything I hate and despise, everything that is against me, and everything that I'm against. I was playing innocently with this girl in a manner that all children play. We even took baths together. It was the only time in my life that I would ever see a girl my age naked. When I think about the experiences I had during my friendship with her, it makes me think obviously of the fact that all children, boys and girls, start at the same. We all start out innocent, and we all start out together. Only through experiences and circumstances of growing up do we drift apart from allegiances and face each other as enemies. Well, the only reason you really face someone as an enemy is that they actually do become the antithesis of everything you stood for. People became the antithesis you stood for because you screamed and cried about every goddamn thing that happened. That is when wars happen, when the true nature of humanity rises to the surface. At this stage of my life, of course, my war hadn't started yet, and it wouldn't start for a long time. I was enjoying life without a care in the world, not knowing what all my joy and destined to turn to dust. Again, things are not destined to happen. It's either they do or they don't. Read a couple more pages, then I'll wrap this up for now. A kindergarten year of high school was filled with exciting new experiences, all healthy for a growing boy. I had friends, I had playdates, socialized with other boys at school, despite getting into lots of conflicts with Joey. I only got into trouble once over a quarrel with another boy during playtime and was sent to the principal's office. Having never seen such trouble in school before, I recall being overcome with nervousness and fear, which caused me to cry for an hour. I especially recall being enjoyed our arts. Let's see here. Sorry, I lost my place. I especially enjoyed our arts and crafts time and loved class would go visit the school's farm. After a bright and joyous school year, it was time to graduate. I swelled with pride as I wore my graduation cap in the ceremony. I loved the school very much, and it was sad to leave it. Kindergarten graduation cap was over, and soon enough, I would enter elementary school. Fucking hell. May 6th. My 6th birthday was followed by my parents' arranged Disney-themed party at a play center that my mother had been taking me to frequently. I invited everyone from my farm school class. All the boys throughout the year felt a sense of satisfaction doing so. The party was cheerful, and there was a man dressed in a Merlin host the festivities. I sat at the end of the table during my birthday meal, wearing a wizard hat as my cake was presented to me. I only felt elation and glee as I took a breath and blew the candles. Life was good. Alright, I'm gonna end the reading here. I'll continue these in bite-sized pieces. I'm planning on doing one where I just stitch them all together. That way I can do one large compilation upload instead of doing these in bite-sized hunks one by one. Because I realistically think it would be a much better way to do it than just making them a bunch of hour-long fucking things that are doing live. Because at least then I can take breaks in between. I can cleanse my palate with shit that doesn't make me want to throw up. And then I can edit it all together, throw it out there for people, and just get to enjoy it and listen to me just slowly losing my mind over watching someone incredibly stupid try to bitch about their problems. Well, everyone, thank you for dropping by this morning. I'm gonna get out of here. Have a nice day.
that is the end of the show. We hope you join us next time for more exposure, more stupidity, and more thought-provoking topics. Only on the Ahn Shin-Ae Show, where your mental fitness is our business. Peace be with you always.